All right, good Wednesday morning. Your time 4:46. All eyes are going to be on that threat for severe weather later on this afternoon and evening. But really most of this morning and through the afternoon, it's going to be dry. It's just going to be a very windy day. So we've got two components of the forecast today. Really strong winds before the storms get here, and then that severe weather threat closer to this evening. You can see there we'll get into the low 80s. Going to be very windy. The storm system itself is still kind of in Texas. You can see that's where all the rain is this morning, and not really expecting much to happen in Louisiana this morning. It'll start out around lunchtime out towards Lake Charles, and then that line of storms will advance to our area in southeast Louisiana and get to us closer to the late afternoon and more so closer to sunset. Here are these winds. These are not thunderstorm winds, gusting nearly 50 to over 50 miles an hour this afternoon. I can guarantee you we're going to see power outages around parts of the area today. We've still got Ida damage. We've still got blue tarps. Just make sure you can secure everything you can, because before the storms ever get here, we're going to see some really strong winds through today. Here's the severe weather threat that moves in later, closer to the time you're getting off work and closer to sunset. And you can see there that level 4 out of 5, pretty far up the scale. We call that a moderate risk. It's for the North Shore, south of the lake, all the way down to the coast is under that level 3. So let's break it down parish by parish, zone by zone. North Shore, the timing for Livingston and Tangipahoa Parish, around 4 o'clock is when I really want you to start to watch the weather closely. I think the roughest gets into Tangipahoa closer to 5 to 6 o'clock, 7 to 8 o'clock for St. Tammany and Washington, and then by 9 o'clock it should be ending for St. Tammany. A few strong tornadoes are certainly possible. There's a lot of wind shear. It's not going to take much to get an intense tornado today, but it is possible. And then our main concern is yes, the tornadoes, but also some damaging wind gusts with some of those stronger storms. Fortunately, hail and rain threat look pretty low. I don't think we'll see much rainfall, but that'll be for the North Shore. Here in the New Orleans metro, anywhere from 6 to 8 o'clock. And it does look like the main timing for that, the storms will be closer to 7, but we like to give that buffer hour on each side. A few tornadoes are certainly possible, maybe 1 or 2 strong, and then high winds are definitely a possibility as well. Rainfall total's not a big deal, but just like last week, we're going to have to keep an eye on sales. This will likely not play out like last week. That's very unlikely, but the ingredients are certainly there for a few tornadoes even here in the metro. River Parish is a little bit earlier, from 5 to 6 o'clock. Really from 4 o'clock, excuse me, I need to change that. 4 o'clock for St. James, and then getting to St. John, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, closer to St. Charles. A few tornadoes are possible, some damaging wind gusts. Bayou Parish is anywhere from 5 to 7 p.m. A few tornadoes down here are possible. High winds are more likely out of the entire threat, but you know, still got to watch it down here. You're in that level 3 out of 5. Down in St. Bernard and PLAQUEMINES, anywhere from 7 to 10 p.m. Few tornadoes possible, damaging wind gusts, same as everyone else. And then the Mississippi coast, it'll come in a little bit later, anywhere from 7 o'clock for kind of the Pearl River area to Hancock County, and Harrison County will be closer to 8 to 9 to 10. Few strong tornadoes are possible up here. Notice a large portion of the Mississippi coast is under that level 4 out of 5. So there is that pretty significant risk for severe weather. Just stay weather aware. Are most people going to see severe weather today? It's not likely, and we can't tell you exactly where the worst of the weather is going to be. We could just tell you everyone has the chance to see that intense weather as we go into this late afternoon and evening. So you got to be prepared. You got to know where you're going to go in a tornado, should a tornado be heading your direction. If you live in mobile homes, trailer homes, anything that's not a sturdy structure with a foundation to the ground, don't be in it today. Even with gusty winds 50 to 55 miles an hour, that can sometimes be dangerous. But if you do live in something like that, plan to spend this evening somewhere else as the storms roll through. Better safe than sorry. The great news is by tomorrow and Friday, great weather moves in with the 70s. A few storms around on Saturday, but Sunday looking pretty good with high.